Very good morning, my dear friends. A hearty welcome to today's session and the continuation of the isometric projection of solids. Myself, Dr. M.H. Annaya, Vice Principal at Saptagiri College of Engineering and former Professor at M.S. Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Friends, in the previous session, I had explained about the construction of the isometric scale, isometric projections of simple objects such as a cube, a prism, a square pyramid, etc. And in today's session, I will be explaining the construction of the isometric projection of a pentagonal lamina, a pentagonal pyramid, and a pentagonal prism. Friends, let us start with the first part of today's session, that is pentagonal lamina. So I'll just give a question like this. Draw the isometric projection. Draw the isometric projection of a pentagonal lamina of side 30 mm. Friends, is a problem on a pentagonal lamina or a thin pentagonal plate which has got each side measuring 30 mm. So friends, first of all, let us construct a pentagonal lamina and see how it can be proceeded. So I am going to construct here a pentagon of side 30 mm. This is 30 mm. You know the construction of this? From here you should take 108 degrees here. This is 72. And here these are the two sides. Each side is measuring 30 mm. So this is 90 plus 108 degrees. This is 72 you can take here. Because all this I have taught you in the chapters on projection of solids. Again cut this at a length of 30 mm. Again here. Then with this as center, radius equal to 30 mm, draw an arc. Again with this as center, same radius, another arc. So you are going to get the pentagon, a five-sided figure. And let me mark these points or these corners as A, B, C, D and E. Friends, before we continue with the construction of this isometric drawing, isometric projection of this, I would like to inform you that excepting the plates or lamina or the solids having square and rectangular faces, for all other figures, the figure you have got like a pentagon or a hexagon or a heptagon or a triangle, etc., we have to enclose the figures so obtained in a box. So I am going to just enclose this figure in a box and I will call that box as PQRS. So what that I have done? I have just enclosed the pentagon constructed having side 30 mm in a box and I will call this box as PQRS. So PQRS is the box that is enclosing this pentagonal lamina. So let's see, we are looking at this lamina in this direction. So I can just start the isometric projection of this by drawing a reference line and say we are starting from the point P. I will mark this as point P here and write the line PQ. Whatever the length you got, convert that to isometric length by using the isometric scale and draw this line at an angle of 30 degrees here. Say this is the length we cut and we can call this as Q, which is at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. This is 30. Likewise, to the left of this P, you have got PS, a bigger length. So I will just mark this as PS and whatever the length you got here is to be converted to isometric length and then drawn. Suppose this is 100, 100 into 0.815, that is 81.5 is going to be the length here. Then after getting these two, friends, you can just draw two lines. One line parallel to this, that is this line is parallel to this, and finally join this. So this is the procedure we follow for all problems apart from square and rectangular prism. Friends, after getting this is PQ, this end is going to be R. This is also at an angle of 30 degrees. Now in this figure, the rectangular box you have got, we are supposed to get the isometric projection of this. Friends, if you observe this, the side A or the corner A is closer to this S at this distance. So take this measurement. What is the measurement you get here? Convert that to ISO and mark on SP nearer to S. On SP nearer to S, I mark this dimension. I call that point as A. Friends, you remember the length we get here is lesser than this. Suppose this is some 10, this will be 8.15 millimeter. Similarly, you can also obtain B. Both SA and PB will have the same length. So take the same measurement, mark from the other end. So I will get this point. I will call the point as point B. So I have got point A, I have got point B. So AB represents one of the sides of the pentagon. Likewise, if you observe this D lies exactly in between Q and R. We have QR, take exactly the midpoint of that, and that will give you the point D. And if you observe this E and C, QC is equal to RE. So whatever the length you get, either RE or QC, convert that to ISO, take on RS, that is E is an RS at this gap, convert it to ISO. Whatever the measurement you have got here, take that measurement, convert that to ISO and put that value here. So this is going to be your point E. E is on SR nearer to R. Likewise, if you simply extend a line here or take the same measurement and mark here, you will get the other point. Opposite to E is the point C. Friends, the pentagon has got 5 corners, namely A, B, C, D and E. Join all these by dark visible lines. So I am going to join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A. Friends, the figure what we have got here is the isometric projection of a thin pentagonal plate or a pentagonal lamina or a pentagonal surface. I hope you have followed this, my dear friends. So after completion of this, let's go to the isometric projection of a pentagonal pyramid. Friends, you know very well, a pentagonal pyramid will have a pentagonal base and the vertex, the highest point. So we have constructed the pentagonal base here. We can utilize the same data, locate the center of this. From the center of this box PQRS, write a vertical line perpendicular to this reference line, mark the ISO height and join all these corners. So second one is, I am going to construct the isometric projection of a pentagonal pyramid. A pentagonal pyramid. So pentagonal pyramid, the base we have constructed, locate the center of this box PQRS, this box. So by joining these diagonals, you can just locate the center of that. We will call the bottom center as O1. From there, you write a vertical line to show the axis and the height of the axis, say some 70 mm, given the question. The pyramid has got a height of 70 mm. Remember that 70 mm should be the ISO. So 70 into 0.815. Say this is the vertex of the solid. Let us say this is O dash. Friends, we have the pentagonal base, we have the vertex. To get the isometric projection of this pyramid, I have to join this vertex to all the corners of the base. So that's how I am going to join. Please look at it. I am going to join O to A is one of the slant edges, O to B, O to C, O to D, that comes inside, and then O to E. Friends, you can see very well here. Here you have got all the base corners of the base, namely A, B, C, D and E are joined to the vertex O dash. And you can see very well in this figure, this corner D is not visible, and hence the line connecting that or the edge connecting that is not visible, and also here also you can see here even this part is not visible. So here what I will do, I will just remove these. I remove this after the construction is over. And friends, this will give you the isometric projection of a pentagonal pyramid having side of base 30 mm and height is equal to 70 mm. Once again I will explain to you just to make the concept clear. Friends, we have the pentagonal base. I have got the pentagon constructed. I have enclosed this pentagon in a box, namely PQRS, rectangular box, and that rectangular box is constructed here with reference to this horizontal line, taking the dimension all ISO. That is, I have to locate these points A, B, C, D, E in that box. Now, starting from the point A, I have A nearer to S. So I take this measurement, convert that to ISO, put it here. Similarly, B is closer to B on PS. I take this measurement and keep it here. So these two measurements are the same. Then you are going to get the side AB. Similarly, the point C, or the corner C and corner E are equidistant from this RQ. So you can take this measurement to ISO, put it here and here. Finally, the corner D is exactly in between Q and R. I have located that. I got that point. And whatever the points I have got, I have joined all these to the vertex of the figure, that is O dash. And all the invisible lines or invisible edges are removed. And this figure represents the isometric projection of a pentagonal pyramid having side of base 30 mm and height is equal to, height is always measured from the center of the base, equal to 70. Remember, all the dimensions I show here on the isometric projection are all the isometric measurements, where in all the actual dimensions of the figure are multiplied by 0.815. Friends, I hope you have followed this. Next, the third part in today's session is the construction of the isometric projection of a pentagonal prism. Friends, it is as simple as that of a pyramid or a pentagonal lamina. So the pentagonal prism will have a pentagonal base, a pentagonal top face. So as per the normal procedure followed, you have to write the top view of that pentagon, a regular pentagon of 30 mm side. Before that, let me write down the question. So I am going to have a pentagonal prism of side 30 mm and height or axis 60 mm long. I to draw the isometric projection of a pentagonal prism having side of base or bottom side 30 mm and the height or the length of the vertical edge 60 mm. I told you the procedure is very simple. First of all, you have to construct the base. The base is a pentagon. So let me construct the pentagon to the actual scale. And this is the pentagon I have constructed here. Let me mark this with the dimension. This has got a dimension 30 mm and these corners are A, B, C, D and E, and you know very well how to construct a figure. Now let me enclose this figure in a box, a rectangular box, PQRS. Friends, you remember here, this is PQRS we have got, this box is PQRS, P, Q, R and S. And here these sides, every side measures 30 mm. I have constructed the pentagonal lamina, enclosed that in this box PQRS. Assume we are viewing this in the direction of P. So I am going to construct the pentagonal base of the prism. So we will take some reference point and call that as P. And to the right of P is Q. I will write a line here at an angle of 30 degrees. This is 30. And the length of this PQ I draw here is the isometric. For example, this is 80 mm say. After the construction you get 80 say. 80 into 0.815 will be this length Q. Then again to the left of that I am going to mark PS on a line at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal, 30 degrees, and I will call this distance. Suppose we are getting 100 here, 100 into 0.815 is going to be the measurement here. So I will mark this as S. So we have got PQ, R I should get. How to get it? From here you write a line parallel to this, and this is equal to this line. So simply you can just join like this. So this is going to be the R, point R. So I got PQRS, and this figure is constructed to the isometric scale. So what are the dimensions you have got here is converted to ISO. Friends, now we know how to construct the pentagonal base. Now here let me start with the corner A. Corner A is at this distance from S. Take the measurement, convert that to ISO, locate A. So I will get this point A here. Similarly, equal distance from P will be the point B. So this is point B. A and B are equidistant from that corner. This gap is equal to this gap. Please remember. Then this D is exactly between Q and R. QR is here, which is already drawn using the isometric scale. That point is going to be D. Next, you know how to locate E on SR. E, take this measurement, convert that to ISO and mark it on RS nearer to R. So this point is going to be the point E. Similarly, if we extend this line or draw a parallel or simply mark off this distance here, this point is going to be your point C. Friends, I hope you have followed this. We have located all the 5 corners of the bottom surface. Now, this prism has got a height of say 60 mm given in the question. So what is to be done in all such problems? Whether it is a problem on a pentagonal prism, a hexagonal prism, a square prism, whatever it may be, whatever the box you have got, that box PQRS, you will only extend that by drawing vertical lines through P, Q, S and R. Of height is equal to the height of the solid, which was given as 60 mm. So from here what I will do, I will write a vertical line from here, a vertical line from here, again a vertical line from here, all having the same height or same length of 70 mm as given in the question. Again from here PQRS. What did I have done? From all the corners of the box PQRS, I have erected vertical lines which are all perpendicular to this, and each measuring the length equal to the height of the solid. Join all the top corners. So we are going to have one line. So this line will be obviously parallel to this. Another from here, that's going to be parallel here. Second line, then this line third, and then finally the fourth one is going to be here, friends. So before joining this, I am going to transfer all this. So let me tell you, this height is equal to 70 ISO. 7. What are the dimensions they are giving? This is all ISO. The dimension I am marked here, and all these sides are all measured in ISO only. Friends, if you keep any of these solids on its base on HP, you will be able to see the top face clearly, the vertical edges clearly, the base edges also clearly. So if it is a pentagon, you are going to get a distorted pentagon in this box. If it is a hexagon, you get a distorted hexagon. A triangle, a distorted triangle, and so on and so forth. So it is always advisable to see that we mark these points first. So how to get? I will show you one by one, very slowly. So A is here for the bottom face. For the top face, simply you write a vertical line from there. So this point is going to be your top face, first point. B is here. So I will call this as A. This point I will call it as A. Then B, a vertical line from here. So if you draw a vertical line, you are going to get this B. Friends, remember this AB and this AB, they will be same. In fact, we can change the number later on. Then I want to get C. C is on this line. Transfer this line, this point to this line here. So I have simply written a vertical line, you touch here, locate that point. Then D, very obviously on this line center. So from here, you write a vertical line. So you get that point D, the AB, this is C, this is D. Then E, very simple. You can just take this measurement and mark it here. Same distance, that's going to be point E. Friends, we have located all the 5 corners of the top face of the pentagonal prism. So let me join all these using dark lines or visible lines. So I am going to join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A. So I have got a distorted pentagon in the top face. Similarly, if you just look at this, all these vertical lines are the vertical edges. Namely, if you have just rename this as A1, B1 for the bottom, C1, D1. So it becomes easier for you to distinguish. I'll call this as E1. So the vertical edges are visible. Which are the vertical edges? Suppose if you try a vertical line from here, this is one of the vertical edges visible. Vertical edge BB is also visible. So here vertical edge CC is visible. And when you are joining A to B, this is parallel to AB. So this is parallel to this. Both will have the same measurement. Similarly, B is joined to C, B1 is to be joined to C1. So again I am going to show by a dark line. Friends, apart from these edges you have marked here, all other edges like the vertical edge from E, that is EE1, if you say EE1, is not visible to the observer in the front view. Hence, we just avoid that, or we can show it for the purpose of construction as a thin line, a thin construction line. Similarly, the vertical edge DD is also not visible. We can write a thin line And D1 to C1, you can simply write a thin line here, thin line here, thin line here. So what is visible to us is only these vertical edges, AA1, then BB1, then CC1 is also visible, whereas the other two vertical edges, namely BD1, EE1, and shorter edges of the bottom face, namely C1D1 and E1D1 or D1. These two are not visible along with it. 1, then 2, these 3 are not visible, whereas all the top edges in the top face are completely visible. Friends, I hope you followed this, and this figure, whatever is shown in color, will represent the isometric projection of the pentagonal prism having side of base 30 mm and height is equal to 70 mm. Friends, I wish you that you have followed the presentation made by me with respect to the construction of the pentagonal lamina, the pentagonal pyramid and pentagonal prism. And friends, if you find this is really interesting and is of benefit to the students doing their BE program, please subscribe to this channel, share the information with all your friends. Have a wonderful day, and this is Dr. M. Channaya signing off. कुठं चहा पिसे ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಣ ಪುಟ ಬಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಂಜೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಹಾಂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಫಿಗರು ಹಾಂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪೆಂಟಾಗಲ್ ಐಸೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಬಂದ
ಫ್ರೀ ಏನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಫ್ರೀ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ